Half day for thousands of commuters across the country who rely on buses for transport. A nationwide strike has crippled bus services, and unions are vowing to continue their industrial action until their demands are met. This after wage negotiations at the South African Road Passenger Bargaining Council deadlocked. Commuters were left stranded again this afternoon in KwaZulu-Natal. About 18,000 bus drivers affiliated to the South African Transport and Allied Workers Union, SATAU, have also joined the strike. The workers are demanding, among others, a 12% salary hike, while the employer is offering 7%. In Gauteng, commuters formed long queues to get alternative transport heading back home. Taxi and rail operators are assisting big crowds. While union leaders have told bus drivers, as I say, that the strike will continue until those demands are met. Across the country, drivers have downed tools after these negotiations failed with that demand for 12%. Of course, as far as an across-the-board pay increase, the employers are offering only 7%. Commuters, as you saw in those visuals, have been left stranded and have had to make alternative arrangements. We now are joined by our reporter, Criselda Lewis, who is in the Johannesburg CBD. Criselda, good evening to you. How bad is the picture looking where you are?
Well, a very good evening to you, Bongani. What I can tell you is that these commuters that are right here next to me are freezing, frustrated and left inconvenienced. This line here at Carlton Centre in the Johannesburg CBD, there are hundreds of people who are still waiting to get on their taxis to go home. Many of them have been waiting here for close to 2 to 3 hours now, hoping that the next taxi that pulls up will be able to take them home. Remember, these were the scenes that we also saw very early on this morning, and it's a repetition of it here this evening, where these commuters are saying that they don't know what time they're going to get home. They were left inconvenienced this morning when they tried to get to work, and that's the sentiment that is shared by the hundreds of people in this line here at Carlton Centre in the Johannesburg CBD. Now, recall that Johannesburg has some of the biggest taxi ranks, and now with the bus strike that is currently underway, many of the commuters who were left inconvenienced and otherwise stranded would now look to the taxis in order to get to home and also get to work tomorrow morning. So what they're saying at this stage is that if this strike does not come to an end, they fear for their employment, because this morning they got to work late. They had to explain themselves to their bosses despite the fact that there was communication that the strike would go ahead. Many are also saying as well that they've had to stretch even deeper into their pockets, because you'd know, of course, with the bus tags, those are purchased by commuters at the beginning of the month. They fill that up and they're able then to get on the buses for the entire month. Now you have to go and look for additional money that they say could have otherwise been used for something else. Let's chat to one of the inconvenienced commuters here this afternoon, who's been standing in this very long line. Mama, you are on your way going to Soweto this evening. How long have you been standing here?
Dalang mile lana, dalang mile. Ilen beyinde kakhulu, dalang mile. Sengize ngiyafreeza nokufreeza ngoba awekho ama-taxi awakhona ukusimela sonke. Siyahlupheka. Ngisuka from eRandburg la ngisuka khona. Ngivuka ekseni ngo4 namhlanje ngemsebenzini. Ngifunana nama-taxi. Ngize ngafika ekseni emsebenzini late ngoba ama-taxi askasi. Awekho wonke amabhasi, siyahlupheka. Ngisebenza eRandburg, ngihlala eJabulani eSoweto.
Mama, ke ngokule mali le uyithathe phi ke ngokuba undixelela earlier on ba kwakufuneka uthatha imali kwenye indawo ngenxa yonto ba i-tag lakho alizusebenza ngenxa yelesisteleka?
Imali ekade ngibudgetele abantwana ngoba nginabantwana abafunda isikolo, bengibudgetele bona. Manje sekufuneka ngithathe yona ngiyisebenzise ngoba bengithenga ikuponi ayisasebenzi. Kumele ngithathe imali yabantwana yokudla neyokuba carryisa esikolweni, ngisebenzise yona futhi ngiyobhadala ama-taxi.
Alright ke mama, uyazazi ukuthi ekseni ke ningathini nje ningabantu ba ningafuna ukuthi esisteleka mhlawumbi siphele ngoba ningafuna ukuthi mhlawumbi ekseni
sijahe kakhulu sifuna ukuzwa ukuthi umphumelo wakhona ugcinaphi uphelela kuphi sifuna bakhulume bazwisisane babazwela abasebenzi babuye bazosilayisha ngoba siyahlupheka besingayiplananga isikhathi esinjengalesi emalini.
Siyabonga kakhulu mama. Basically, this very frustrated commuter Bongani saying that she has had to take money from elsewhere, money that could have been used for her children, and basically now have to stretch deeper in her pocket in order to try and get to and from work. I guess the hopes of many of these standing in the line is that soon the strike will come to an end.
Well, Criselda, more of the same, no doubt, tomorrow, because, of course, the unions, as I said in my introduction, are adamant the strike will go on until our demands are met. We'll keep an eye on that story, but indeed, thousands of frustrated commuters across the country.